Well, if we're being honest, we probably all need a little bit of image consultancy and sprucing up of our wardrobes. And for that, we're now joined by Liz, popularly known for her work as an image consultant by Liz Nam. Liz, thank you for joining us. Good evening.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, Nina.
Thank you so much for being here. To start off, I think maybe explain in your own words what an image consultant is, because it sounds like it's, obvious. You consult on your image, but I'm sure there's a lot more to it. So tell us, what exactly is an image consultant?
An image consultant is basically somebody that goes into checking or improving a client's professional and personal image, and by that they align and assess towards a specific goal in what they wear. So basically I would then have to look at your vertical and horizontal body shape in order for me to tell you what you can and cannot wear. I'd have to look at your skin color to say what skin colors or clothes that would fit with your skin color. Yes.
So what exactly are the services then that you offer to some of your clients?
Okay, we do wardrobe consultations, like basically a wardrobe audit. Very serious one where we see what you have, and then we do style consultation, personal consultation, and shopping. Every lady likes a shopping, not just ladies, gents too. And color analysis as well. Yeah.
So when you do a wardrobe audit, what would that look like? You go in, you see if the clothes are raggedy, if the clothes are, too big, too small. What exactly are you looking for?
Well, like I said earlier, I look at the client's vertical and horizontal body shape, which is basically how high you are. Are you having long legs, a short torso, long legs? Does that fit with what you have in your closet? Horizontal, then I look at how big you are, where you are big. Does the clothes that you wear align with your body type? And so when I do the wardrobe audit, I then check what you already have, and then I'll then advise you on whether you should keep it or let it go.
So what doesn't suit then the individual's body type and of course shape and all of that, they have to then let go of those clothes. Those are clothes that people worked very hard for, Liz.
I think sometimes people hang on to clothes for over 20 years, and these are things you can donate. And I mean, you need to make space. In order for you to get more, you need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So, and then sometimes it just does not fit or suit you. Yeah.
Is there a huge demand in Namibia for what you do?
Initially when I started, I actually thought that I was going to be the first. And then as I got into it, I realized it was actually a thing. And when I opened my Instagram account, people were very, very much interested, and they started inquiring, and the demand is actually very, very high. Yeah. So there are people out there that are concerned about the way they look, because I don't just then go according to your professional and personal wardrobe. I also go to working on boosting your confidence.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, I would assume, and I think many others would assume, that getting an image consultant would be something that's quite costly. So what are the type of clientele that you attract?
Come on. I think everybody would want to look elegant.
Yes.
Be it a mother that just gave birth and has obviously changed size. I mean, you don't necessarily always have to change your wardrobe because you've lost weight. Sometimes you've gained weight, and you really want to improve in what you're wearing, and you just want to go with it. So my clientele would be everybody, basically, be it men or women. And like I said, people that want to boost their confidence. And even if it's for work, or if it's whether you're just at home, call me up.
So we're gonna make use of your services right now and talk a bit about dressing tips and what it is that works for winter, what doesn't, or just a general overview, of course, because you don't have a specific body to work with. So when it comes to winter, of course, people dress very differently than they do in summer. So what are your go-tos, like your staples that everybody should have in their closets for winter?
Okay, well, in winter you'd obviously want to feel warm. And most people just throw on whatever they have because they don't even check the color and whatnot. So the most important thing in winter is layering.
I was just about to say, to layer or not to layer?
To layer. Because you want to look good, but you also want to feel warm. So you just need to know what you need to put under what, a polo neck under a trench coat, yeah, you just go with it. But yeah, call me up and then I'll tell you more.
What about accessories? I'm sure you also talk to your clients about that. Some people, overdo it. Some people like myself, we prefer very minimal. What's your go-to on accessories? Where's, like a good middle ground?
Good question, Nina. When it comes to accessories, people don't actually realize that accessories aren't just your earrings and your jewelry. Your shoes are your accessories too. And people tend to not know what shoes do to your body. For instance, if you want to look taller, you're going to have to wear nude shoes or shoes that are close to your skin color. And then your handbag, the way you carry it, you shouldn't carry it at the place where you are big. If you have a big bust, you shouldn't put it on your shoulder. You can't put it next to your hips if you have big hips. You shouldn't attract attention to places you don't want to attract to. So if you have an accessorized dress with flowers, you wouldn't want to have those flowers on your big bust, or you wouldn't want to have it on your big hips. So yeah, accessories are very important. Even if you want to wear minimal, like the earrings and the whatnot, you need to know what goes with what too.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And is it true that you always... Yes.
So sorry. And to add on to that, also when you want to look taller, you can also wear vertical
stripes.
Yes, vertical stripes and vertical jewelry and all that. Even the earrings. When it comes to earrings, the most important thing is to look at your face shape. So you cannot have a round face and still have round earrings. What does that do to your face?
It accentuates the roundness.
Exactly. When you have big cheeks or just, little things like that we don't look at.
That makes a big difference, I'm sure.
A very big difference in what you look like.
Is it true that your bag and your shoes must always match?
Girl, who told you that?
It's an old one. I'm asking.
Not always.
Not always.
Not always.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's a fashion tip, I think, that we all just, picked up somewhere along the line, that for women, your bag and your shoes should match, and for men, your belt and your shoes should match.
I mean, I know people that go with lingerie should fit whatever you're going to wear. It doesn't necessarily mean that's... it's a fashion tip that you can use or not use.
Yeah.
But, it can work, and sometimes it just does not work.
You've been doing this for how long now, Liz?
I've been doing it all my life. I think ever since I've been young, I think I've been image consulting. I just didn't realize it because I've been very interested in this, and I didn't actually know that it's something that I can make a career of. Last year, sometime shortly after I lost my mom, I started looking for purpose. And I realized that this is something that I love and I can make money from it. So yeah, I've been doing it for quite some time now.
Awesome. And what's been your favorite event styling or that you've consulted on so far?
There was a recent MCC launch of a Namibian MCC, a famous one called Razul. I should say that was my ultimate favorite.
Awesome.
Yeah, I styled the famous foodfluencer, Mrs. Sharon Neumbo, and it was quite interesting. It was a very, very, very good client to work on, and I've been exposed after that event. So far, that's my favorite event that I've styled.
Of course, being an entrepreneur, because I would assume that this is also very entrepreneurial, one of the things to stay relevant with whatever industry you're in, creativity, whatever industry you're in, is to of course upscale yourself as an individual and to invest in yourself, to learn more, to perfect your offering.
Definitely.
So how would you go about it in this sense, to perfect this art of image consulting and to obviously be unique?
That's a very, very good question, Nina, because I actually wanted to add it to your previous question. You obviously need a niche in whatever you do. And what I've gone after was getting a certification in image consulting. So yeah, that's what I did.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Anybody that you're looking forward to collaborating with, and not just popular Namibian, but even outside of our borders?
Oh my word, plenty of people. I think I'd be happy styling anybody, even local, at the moment. But if I'd have to think overboard, I can't. I'd want to style everybody, because now people would think I'm discriminating, and when they come like, yeah, she mentioned Nina's name only, so yeah, come all.
Liz, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you
and
for
all the
having
best with
me.
your future endeavors and with By Liz Nam.
Thank you so much. I hope people would come onto my handle at byliz_nam and have a look at what I do or what I've done already.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nina.
Well, there you have it. And I hope you've picked up some tips for this winter. Layering is a definite yes. That also wraps up today's edition of the Daily Roundup with Nina. We'll be back tomorrow, same time and place, for myself and the rest of the team. Good night and thank you.